Gavin, you all right?
Fuck no.
What's wrong? Are you angry?
Bro, I've been arguing with black women all week.
Why? Hold up. That's not on the agenda.
It is in the agenda. Once you get to it.
That's not next on the agenda.
Yeah. Continue. Did you not see the meme?
No.
There's a meme going around. I should have showed you the meme. So the meme is like, it's not even a meme. It's a status that a dude wrote. Most people have seen it. It says, how come anger from y'all, it says, how come y'all find Latina women anger or Latina anger sexy, but when black women do it, it's ghetto? Yeah. And a black man wrote that.
We talked about this previously on the pod.
But we talked about it from a different aspect.
But I feel like that comment came out, right? Huh? It wasn't necessarily anger, but like the difference between how Latino people can think they're stereotypes or like was that
sex.
What we
I think
about?
We was talking about from their point of view, like why do they find
true,
so that's what we said. All right, let's give some clarity now, because now people are like, what y'all saying?
I know, I'm sorry. I was making sure that, anyway, let's go back. All right. There's a meme out that says.
So the meme says, how come y'all find Latina anger sexy, but for black women, it's ghetto? And it was from a dude. Mm-hmm. Now, what me and Key talked about off air was how there's this thing where there's the stereotype that Latina women being angry, loud, and I don't even know if we use the term angry, but being loud.
Just spicy and feisty.
Spicy. Hand fucking claps for you, my nigga. I like that. All right, so now we're gonna deal with all the Latinos going around spicy and feisty. So anyway, we talked about that and how that stereotype is sometimes like they embrace it, if that's the way. Yes, and we were saying like, yo, we got to figure out, like, we were saying like, we wonder. So I asked my wife, of course, who's Puerto Rican, and she was like, yeah, I don't know why some people do. She was like, I think it's stupid. And then, so we were just like, all right, cool. We didn't know if we were off base by thinking like they embraced that stereotype. I think that's what we did. However, this status pissed me the fuck off. Now, before we get started.
Why it make you mad?
Before we get started, we got to give some disclaimers.
Yeah, I want to know, because I'm confused. I'm Confucian now.
Confucius?
Confusion. Oh, I am confused.
I was about to say, are you confused? I thought you made it like a female version. No. I was like, oh, that's cool.
No.
You want to check the cameras? One of the cameras is about to die.
No, you go ahead and explain to the people why the hell you upset, because I don't know.
The reason why I felt some type of way, but I'm gonna get this disclaimer. First of all, like I just said, I'm married to a Puerto Rican woman. The reason why, all right. So first of all, I saw it. I looked at it, laughed. I thought a woman had said something, so I didn't talk about it at all. And then on top of that, I looked at it and I was like, all right, some certain things as a black man, you hear black women say, and you just like, I'm not even going to go into that conversation. Right. And so I was like, because I'm gonna let them have that ain't my business. So then I looked and I seen a black girl post and was like, yeah, I want answers. And her homegirls was on it. And they were ready for it. And they were just like, yeah, why y'all find this sexy? And one girl said, yeah, my cousin baby mama is crazy as hell. She's a lunatic, blah, blah, blah. And so I asked them all one question. I said, can y'all tag the one man that y'all know that finds women being angry sexy? And I said, can you tag the one guy who says, I like women being angry at me. However, I prefer to come from a Latina woman. And all of them they didn't say nothing. One girl was like, one dude wrote LOL. And I told them, I said, we got to stop seeing shit and thinking that it's real just because somebody made a meme and we had experienced it. And I tread lightly when I say this, but because you experienced it when you was in high school, don't mean that shit happened now. We graduated high school in 2007. And I'm going to tell you why I say that when we come back. It's 2020.
One.
Shit.
Go ahead.
So over this year, man. Damn it. We just got started. So it's 2021 and men ain't dealing with that shit no more. Mm-hmm. Like we are now. The reason why I bring up 2007 when we graduated, because I saw another girl write it and I asked her the same thing. I say, yo, who do y'all fucking deal with that deal with this shit? Like, who, when I'm with men, all the men I'm around, and I'm not around every man, I'm around a lot of men. And every man, let me tell you what men do when we meet up. Yo, bro, what's good? None, chilling. What you been up to? Shit, at the house. Yo, how's such and such doing? Man, she good, man, getting on my damn nerves. You know what I'm saying? Same old shit, man. But, I had to get up out of that. That's what we say.
I was his nigga.
Thank you. Nobody goes and say, yo, man, she been getting on my nerves. I love it. She been yelling at me, screaming on me. I like it, though. But you know what? Because she know how to roll her R's and she says a couple of stuff, mixing a couple of Spanish words, I fucks with it.
Mira.
Nobody fucking says that. Ever. And so one girl, shout out to Sasha. We talked about Sasha before. Sasha brung up a great point. She said, yeah, but black men have a thing of wanting exotic women. They've had that desire. Now, I'm not going to disagree with her because she put in her thing like Sasha is Asian and black. So she said a lot of men have been attracted to her because they saw her as exotic. And she was like, it was weird for her. You know what I'm saying? She was like, yo, you're a creep. Like you want to talk to me because I look quote unquote exotic. However, my response to that was, what are we talking about men wanting exotic women? 05, 06, 2013 when we was in school. And I look at that because I say it got to a point and I want to figure that part out of when men, because like now my boys, let me tell you something what happens when my boys send exotic women in group chats. They from Africa. I'm being 100% honest. You hear my stomach?
I think it's me.
Oh, that was me though. They're Ethiopian.
Shout out to BK. Sorry, he Ethiopian.
They're from Morocco. It's certain places where you're looking and you're like, damn. They from South Africa. It's so many things where you're looking at it and you're saying, yo, damn. They actually African. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you get into, they Brazilian or, yeah, they're actually from South America, things like that. You're going to get that mixed in. And some dudes, I have homeboys straight up who like natural women, black women. You know what I'm saying? They find that exotic just because of that. I think, so I think I was looking at women, and my conclusion on all this is I think a lot of these topics get brung up and get created to help divide black women and black men. And I will say this. There was a black woman who came on there. She said, I'm Afro-Latina, and I can actually tell you that black men will come to me and they like to make me angry because they think I'm going to say something to them in Spanish. And they explain how they don't like black women yelling at them all the time. And I wrote her back and I said, if that's your experience, I can't argue you down because I'm not allowed to tell you that. But I will ask women. When did you experience this shit that you were posting and sharing? Because I saw a lot of women posting and sharing it, and then they would realize, like, wait a second, men don't even like women bitching or nagging or complaining. They don't care what color you are. I ain't letting a white woman yell at me, but go ahead.
So, Karen, so I got two things to say. One, I feel like, just to piggyback off what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, some people have this middle school, high school mindset still when it comes to the opposite sex and what they want, right? One, we are not the opposite sex. We don't really know what they want unless we talk to them, or how they are and how they process things and how they look at things, whatever the case may be. So I feel like we are still stuck in that. Now, I can understand if it's still happening as far as, back in the day where niggas don't know. They just like something that's different than what they used to see. Than what they go home and see. Absolutely. So, like you're saying, we've grown up. You should have matured by now. Point this out. So I get it. I agree with you 100%. The second thing is when it comes to the word exotic, okay, all women that are not of the European descent are exotic.
Yeah.
Africa is the motherland. We all came from there originally, absolutely, if you think about it. So, like,
I think that's been proven. You gotta think about it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So somebody say they want something exotic, just say, look at me, bitch, I'm right weird. Look at me. You want me to get a weave? I can change it up for you. I can put some braids in. I am diverse in what I can do with myself. You know why? Because I'm a black woman.
I was telling somebody, before I get cussed out on camera, because I do understand that you, Brittany, will cuss me out whenever y'all do, whenever y'all will. No, I'm saying this because certain things I run past my wife first to get the pre-cuss out, to be like, you want to be yelled at, you want to be screamed on.
Well, what you about to say?
No, nothing.
You're just saying in general.
Yeah. The reason why I say that because I had this conversation with her and I said, don't every culture find what's outside their culture exotic to an extent? And we had that conversation because the reason why I'm saying that is because right now, off rip, that's your first impression of what something exotic is. So for men, let me put it like this. For black men, I remember when we were in middle school and high school and black men literally was like, they were looking at women and saying, yo, she exotic just because she was not a black woman. I've seen black dudes. I'm talking, and I want everybody to understand this. I'm talking about people who was 13, 14, 15, 16. Didn't know shit, didn't see shit, didn't understand the world, have never traveled a day in their fucking life.
Right.
Looking at somebody and saying, yo, she is, of a different culture than mine. She's extremely exotic. And you know what? Let me tell you what that era was. That's when every music video girl, you had a light-skinned girl.
Yeah.
You had one dark-skinned girl. And then you had a Hispanic girl. And then the cap got ripped off when them niggas found out that Brazil, you can find some Brazilian chicks and you can add them in there. And then she replaced the light-skinned girl. Well, she actually replaced the dark-skinned girl. So then there was this whole movement of like, yo, where the dark-skinned girls at in videos? Yeah. And then you know what? Because me, who's looked at photography for so long, I remember when super, super dark was like, this is an exotic person as well. So, funny enough, I actually Googled what the word exotic means.
What do it mean?
Originating in a characteristic from a distant foreign country. And so that goes to it that people look at exotic. I ain't saying that's what every time everybody does, but it's like, yo, it's just something different from me. So absolutely, you can tell somebody like, yo, I'm different from you, whatever the case may be. Maybe not from a different country, but you understand what I'm saying. So that was my thing there. If you got a problem with it, please hit my line. Cut this. You can comment. Let me know what you think about this whole thing. And also let me know if you deal with black men who find Latina anger sexy and calling black men ghetto. Black women's anger ghetto. I personally, let me tell y'all something. All the dudes I talk to, they hate nagging and complaining and bitching. They don't care who it come from. And I'm telling you, all men of all races, they don't got time to be hearing no fussing and shit. That's just a whole nother subject. But anyway, now as I do that, I want to welcome every black woman to the floor. I know I didn't piss y'all off because I had a dude on one of Sasha's comments. He was like, oh, how you going to say, why don't you just admit that you hate black women? He hit me with that. And I said,
you hate black women, Gavin?
Bruh, he literally said, why don't you just admit that you hate black women?
Because we going to have a problem up in here.
Oh, we got a problem
We
here?
do not. And I told him, I said, bro, it's easier to get women in your DMs. Like, you ain't got to cape when there ain't no need to cape. This might get me cussed out. I think we have to normalize. I'm going to say it this way so I don't get cussed out.
Go ahead, say it.
No, I'm not getting cussed out. We need to normalize being able to correct each other and not being afraid of being cursed out for it.
So go ahead, say what you're going to say.
That's what I was going to say. Now, I can tell you off air what I was going to say.
That's what I was going to say. What I was gonna... No, you can say what you was going to say.
What I was going to say, we
not
need
be afraid to get cursed out.
We should normalize correcting black women when they wrong.
Okay, I can agree with that.
But what I said sounds better than what I was going to say.
How you was going to word it?
I was going to say that exactly how I just said it. But what I said was we should normalize being able to correct each other without being afraid of being wrong and being corrected ourselves. Or because I think a lot of times, let me tell you what happens. Black men have gotten super comfortable in not being cussed out by black women or not feeling like they need to deal with black women fussing at them because black women go through pain that black men would never have experienced, go through, whatever. Prime example. Our homegirl told our homeboy she hates coming to his job because she feels people staring through her when she walks into her man's job. Right? Our homeboy.
A lot of women do. Not just her. You could say a name. I'm pretty sure she don't give a fuck.
Okay, well, Brittany says she don't like going to Nail's job because it's at a barbershop.
Yep.
And when she goes in, she just feels the stares and looks.
And I agree. I think we all agree.
Everybody in that room agreed except for him. Yeah. He didn't understand.
That's true.
And I understood because I grew up with a sister who has explained that to me in multiple ways. I've literally taken my sister to weddings with me, and she helped work weddings with me. And she's explained to me like, yo, I'm uncomfortable working with you, and you are here right beside me. I get it. The reason why I'm saying that is it's certain. I think everybody in our culture understands that I'm going through things that as a man that you won't ever understand, and you feel the same way.
Yeah.
The problem is black men have gotten super comfortable with saying, I don't even want to deal with that, with her fussing and yelling. I'm using the terms that black men say. I'm not saying they're correct. I don't feel like listening to her fuss and yell and basically tell me you don't understand, so you hate black women because you don't understand and you're fussing with me about my experiences that you never experienced. So you basically hate black women because that's how black men feel. And so black men have gotten super comfortable with saying, I see that, I don't agree with it, fuck it, I ain't marrying her nor sleeping with her, so I'm gonna keep it moving. And they will never have that discussion. And I think we gotta get comfortable with saying, yo, I'm comfortable. Let me tell you this. I agree with what Sasha told me about the whole exotic thing. Mm-hmm. My first reaction that she was off base from what the status said.
Yeah.
But then as I read the status out and I had that conversation in my head of how she was off base, I realized that she was like, fuck talking this high level shit. Let's get to the real issue of why this status could be true. And it's because black men have seen some shit that they deem as exotic, such as Latino women. And this is the issue. So I understood that. But black men have gotten super comfortable saying, I don't even feel like dealing with that shit because I'm not sleeping with you, talking with you, dealing with you, or related to you. So I'm going to keep it moving. And they just write it off. This is how black men rationalize it. She going to be single, fuck it, I don't care. And we got to get out of that. Black men do. And then black women also, you can feel comfortable saying, yo, let me correct you right quick. Let me tell you. Because you'll learn some shit. We all learn some shit. But that's all. That's what I'm going to get to. You ready for me to call y'all to the pulpit? Come on.
Go ahead, partner.
Just tell me. Y'all lucky I ain't got no church music. I'm ready to call you black